Hello everyone, and welcome to this quick video about how to force your YouTube videos to encode at 1080p, which basically means that when someone's watching your video on YouTube, they'll be able to choose 1080p as a HD option in the quality bar or in the quality tab. So first thing you need is this program called MeGUI. It's a free program. I'll go ahead and put the link in the description of the video down below, and it will give you further instructions on everything you need to make this program actually work, but it's not that hard, to be honest. So once you have this program installed and opened, first thing you do is you just go to File, Open, and you just scroll down and you pick whatever video you want, and I'm going to use this thing called example video. Ignore the rest of these things right here. Alright. And I'll just hit File Indexer, and it comes up with this box. And if you just want to use the audio that's on your video already, just leave it how it is. But if you want to use like a different audio file, just click No Audio and then hit Q. But we'll just go ahead and use the audio that's on this video already. And you hit Q. This won't come up. Just ignore that. That's because I just made this video and I forgot to record my voice. So alright. So what comes up next is these two boxes. This first box is just an example of your video. It's only important if you're doing other things with MeGUI, but it's not important for our purposes. What is important is this AviSense script creator box. And you want to click config, and that will come up with this AviSense configuration dialog box. And you go to the extra setup tab right here. And when you initially install MeGUI, this upsizing allowed box will not be checked. And what you want to do is come in here and check it and just hit OK. And what that allows you to do is for this resize value right here, it allows you to scale it up, which you would not be allowed to do if you didn't check that box. So what you want to do is, as far as I know, this is how YouTube decides if your video is 1080p worthy. It's if your vertical height on the video is at least 1080. So basically just resize it until you get to 1080, and just as close to 1080 as you can get, going over it though, like go over 1080. So for me, I have to stop at 1088 because it's 1072 below. And the reason the values aren't clean is because this mod 16 thing here, I don't know what all it does. I'm assuming it's for helps with video quality, so it's not really a big deal. You won't even be able to tell the difference in the video. If you want, you can look at this aspect error ratio here and just keep looking for one that's 0.00, but I don't actually care, so I just leave it like this, as close to 1080 as you can possibly get, and you just hit save. Pops up this big video thing that's not important for our purposes. And so here we are back on the starting screen. And if you wanted to use different audio, what you would do is you would click on this three dots right here and just pick your audio track. So I could just pick, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to pick anything. But you just pick your audio track you want and it will go in there. So the next step is you just click this auto encode button and it pops up this screen right here. And the option you want to choose here is average bit rate. And for most videos, you can get away with, I've heard that 3000 is fine and with no real discernible quality loss on your video, but I usually like to go up to 4000 just for kicks. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Well, it matters for one thing, which I'll get to right now. But what you do next is you hit Q, and it's going to bring up this thing right here, and it's going to go through it's going to basically, this green bar is going to have to load 4 times. And if this was a video of any significant length, like 20 to 30 minutes, this entire process would take like an hour and a half to 2 hours. But since this video I'm using as an example is only 12 seconds long, it's not taking that long to do it right now. But it will take a while if you're not, if it's a longer video. Now, there is one thing I'm going to talk about real fast. If you get an error these four thing. If you click on Q, this Q tab up here, these four jobs right here are what are related to the video I just made, are the encoding process that just happened when that green bar loaded 4 times. And if you get a error message on this second one right here, it'll, in the output tab, it'll have whatever your video name is, .avi.264, and it'll say error right here where it says done. If this happens, generally what the problem is, as far as I can tell, is that your bit rate is too high for the video. And the way I figured that out was if you do get errors, what you can do is you can go to log, and let's go back up here. This is how I figured out how to fix this error myself. This is an error of what I'm talking about. And down here, just look for the red X's and try to get more info. Keep opening tabs on them. So for example, here's where the error actually happened. And I opened up this tab and it says 2 pass failed to converge, and it gives me the advice of try reducing the bit rate. So this is the only problem I've personally run into doing this. But if you get different error messages, try going to the log and keep following the red X's until MeGUI perhaps gives you some advice. So if you are getting errors, try reducing your bit rate lower and just try it again. You don't have to redo the first part. Just go to auto encode again and try reducing the bit rate. So it's really that simple. Like I said, the only option you have to change from default is that upsizing allowed box. And so once your video's done, completely encoding, this is the file you're looking for. It will be your file name .avi-muxt, and this is the actual file for your video, and you upload this. This is what you would upload to YouTube. You'll see the frame height is 1088 up from my example video, which is just 800 by 600. And I'll go ahead and upload a couple example videos of what this video looks like if I just upload this raw 800 by 600 video, and also what it looks like if I upload this this finished version, so you guys can really see what I'm talking about, why it's important to do this. Because if when I upload this 800/600 video, it only encodes up to 480 because the frame height doesn't get to even 720, so it stops at 480 and it looks like garbage. And also it's worth it to do this because you'll see the video size is down to just 6 megs from the initial 169 megs. One quick caveat, sometimes it does take up to 2 or 3 days extra for the video to fully encode to 1080p on YouTube, especially the longer the video is. But you should go ahead and get 720 right off the bat. Hope y'all enjoyed this, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.